OceanGate Expeditions offers a unique chance to experience the legendary Titanic up close. Under the leadership of Richard Stockton Rush IE, the company offers Titanic Expeditions, a daring journey to the depths of the ocean to explore the iconic shipwreck. However, due to the safety risks, only a limited number of people have been able to take part in this expedition. OceanGate Expeditions offers an exciting 8-day mission to explore the Titanic at a depth of 13,000 feet. Led by CEO Richard Stockton Rush IE. The mission includes a 5-person submersible and costs $250,000 per person. Hamish Harding, a British businessman, adventurer and pilot, was also part of the mission. He was renowned for his remarkable achievements in various fields and held Guinness World Records. The mission was a success and the crew established 2 records: the longest duration ever at full ocean depth and the greatest distance at full ocean depth. 5 people embarked on the OceanGate Expeditions Titanic mission on June 18, 2023. The crew consisted of Richard Stockton Rush IE, Hamish Harding, Paul Henry Nagley, Shahzada Dawood, and his son Sulaiman Dawood. They aimed to explore the iconic shipwreck at a depth of 13,000 feet below the ocean's surface and uncover new details about its sinking. The mission was a success and provided unique 3D images of the wreck. On June 18, 2023, 5 people embarked on OceanGate Expeditions' mission to explore the Titanic at a depth of 13,000 feet. The crew consisted of Richard Stockton Rush IE, Hamish Harding, Paul Henry Nagley, Shahzada Dawood, and his son Sulaiman Dawood. The mission was disrupted when the submersible and surface ship lost communication and the Titan failed to resurface. A massive search and rescue operation was launched involving U.S. military aircraft and ships, the Royal Navy, and private companies. The search yielded no results and the fate of the crew remains unknown. Effort to find the Titan and crew.
Находится самый
Members the
изученный
oxygen is
глубоководный
just
объект.
one piece of data. But that's not the only thing that's important sometimes. You're in a position where you have to make a tough decision. But we're not there yet. If we continue to search, potentially we could be at that point. That's a discussion that we have to have with the families. Long before I'm going to discuss that in public, Frederick would not comment on the crew's chances of survival or discuss a possible endpoint of the operation. Thursday, June 22, 2023, was a crucial day around 6 a.m. The estimated time when the air supply in the submersible was expected to run out was approaching. Their estimate was based on a U.S. Coast Guard estimate. The Titan had about 96 hours of air supply remaining from the time it was shut down around 8 a.m. 2 remotely operated vehicles were deployed as part of the search operation. Experts indicated that it was still uncertain whether the submersible was on the surface or on the sea floor. They warned that weeks of intensive search may be needed to determine its exact location. At around 11 a.m. a Canadian naval ship arrived at the location. On board was a medical team specialized in diving medicine. At 11:48 a.m. the U.S. Coast Guard reported the discovery of a debris field in the search area by a remotely operated vehicle near the wreckage of the Titanic. At 4 p.m., the U.S. Coast Guard declared that the 5 crew members aboard the Titan had most likely passed away instantly from a catastrophic implosion. Vice Admiral John Moger, commander of the 1st Coast Guard District, reported that a remote-controlled vehicle had detected the Titan's tail cone and that the debris corresponded to a catastrophic loss of the pressure chamber. Officials later reported that a large debris field containing 5 large parts of the ship was observed by a remote-controlled vehicle searching the seafloor near the Titanic's wreck 400 miles south of St. John's, Newfoundland. The debris is consistent with a catastrophic implosion of the pressure chamber. Rear Admiral John Moger told reporters, upon this determination, we immediately notified the families on behalf of the United States Coast Guard and the entire Unified Command. I offer my deepest condolences to the family. I can only imagine what this has been like for them, and I hope that this discovery provides some solace during this difficult time. He said, it is a difficult day for all of us, John somberly concluded at the press conference. And it's especially difficult for the families. OceanGate, the company in charge of the expedition, confirmed that the 5 passengers had perished. We at the OceanGate Foundation are devastated by the tragic news about our friends and colleagues. We are keeping them and their loved ones in our thoughts. And in our hearts we wish to acknowledge the efforts of all of the individuals and organizations involved in the valiant search for Titan and its crew, and appreciate the expression of sympathy from people around the world for this terrible loss. The intense water pressure at extreme depths led to the collapse of the Titan's hull, causing everyone on board to lose their lives. Instantly, maritime researchers had warned that implosion was the worst possible outcome given the extreme conditions that submersible faced. The tragic news of the Titan's submersible incident deeply affected the maritime community and the entire world. At 9:46 p.m., the Explorers Club shared their deepest condolences via a post on Twitter. Our hearts are broken. I am sorry to have to share
О
this
своих
tragic news.
впечатлениях
We
о
are heartbroken for the
«Титанике»
families,
судостроители и
and
очевидцы рассказывали в
those
своих
who were
письмах,
lost, their
интервью и
memories will be a
газетах.
blessing and will continue to inspire us.
Их слова о «Титанике»
and exploration, according
также
to
важны,
Osma,
как и
the
свидетельство
older sister
катастрофы.
of Pakistani businessman Shahzara Dawood. Her nephew was reluctant to participate in the Titan expedition. She shared that he was somewhat hesitant aboard because of the potential risks associated with the expedition. He wasn't very up for it and felt terrified about the trip to explore the wreckage of the Titanic, she said. Despite his hesitation, the 19-year-old finally decided to board Ocean Gate's 22-foot submersible. The reason for his decision was the upcoming Father's Day weekend, as he was eager to surprise his father. After all, his father had a great passion for Titanic's history, and the young man wanted to please him. Osma confirmed that this emotional motivation was the deciding factor for his participation in the expedition. I'm thinking of Sulaiman, who is 19 in there, just perhaps gasping for breath. It's been crippling, to be honest, Osma said. During a phone interview from their residence in Amsterdam, along with her husband Jonathan, she was devastated when Ocean Gate confirmed Thursday that all 5 passengers on board were presumed dead. The past few days have been agony for Osma. She clung the television news about the Titan surge, desperate for updates on her brother and nephew. Feel like I've been caught in a really bad film with a countdown, but you don't know what you're counting down to, she said. I personally found it kind of difficult to breathe thinking of them. Shahzada's parents thanked the search teams for their tireless efforts. The immense love and support we receive continues to help. On June 25, 2023, the families of the 5 individuals on board the Titan's submersible mourned their losses. Hamish Harding, a pioneer and explorer, was remembered for his uniqueness and the void he left in his family's lives. Paul Enrique, known as Mr. Titanic, was remembered for his extensive knowledge and expertise on the Titanic shipwreck. Richard Stockton Rush, CEO of Ocean Gate,
Полученные кадры поразят даже опытнейших исследователей «Титаника».
great-great-granddaughter of Isidore and Ida Strauss. The Transportation Safety Board of Canada launched an investigation into the loss of submersible. International agencies, including the US, were also involved in the investigation. US Coast Guard began an investigation into the implosion of the Titan's submersible and the loss of the 5 individuals on board. In 2021, a civil lawsuit was filed against Ocean Gate by a travel company, claiming that the ship was not seaworthy when they entered into an agreement. In 2022, another trip was aborted due to equipment failure. In 2023, a Florida couple filed a lawsuit claiming they could not get their money back after their planned Titanic expedition with Ocean Gate was postponed multiple times. On January 2018, experts warned Ocean Gate of potential dangers with their Titan mission. 2 weeks before the fatal implosion, a father and son voiced their concerns about the submersible's safety and gave up their spots on board. On June 28, 2023, the wreckage of the missing submarine was found near the wreck of the Titanic and presumed human remains were recovered. The cause of the implosion remains unknown and the victims are mourned.